Hey everyone, Brian Connolly here with another episode of The Now and Not Yet. Hopefully you didn't get snowed in. If you're watching outside of Pennsylvania or even the Northeast, we were just supposed to be getting bombarded with some crazy snow. They were calling it the blizzard of 2015, but we are surviving and we are doing well. And actually the roads don't look too bad. But when I was driving in this morning, I was thinking about a time of ministry that happened recently. I think it was about a week ago, and I have this amazing opportunity every so often to go and minister to a group of women who are in recovery just from mistakes that they've made in their lives, whether it's been promiscuity or drug related. And I just have this amazing opportunity just to go in and just share with them about their value, their worth, their identity, things that God has done in my own life, my own personal testimony and victories in those areas. And I get to pass out some books to them that I've written. And it's just a really awesome, fun time watching God just crash in on them with his love and just watching some of these women just melt under the reality that they're so much more than the mistakes that they've made and that they really have a Father that loves them. But while I was there, something came out of my mouth. And I love when this stuff happens. Something came out of my mouth while I was ministering to them, while I was talking to them that I've never said before. And it was something along the lines of this, is that I would rather get on board with God's party, with heaven's party, than sit around and camp out in my pity party. And the idea for that comes from these examples in Luke 15. I know that we're most familiar with the prodigal son story with the father and his two sons, a younger brother and an older brother. But then there are these other gems that are in there that I know we know these as well. And they convey this idea that the father, he's got this furious longing side to him where he is very intent on recovering what is rightfully his, what was originally his to begin with. And it's found in these illustrations of this woman who's got these 10 coins and she loses one and she's got 9, but she turns her house upside down. And when she finds this one coin, which is insane, it's like having 10 quarters, you lose one, and you just go bananas and turn your house upside down until you find it. This woman then calls all of her friends, and they have this party, which is just insane. So it's like Jesus is saying this: the Father is comparable to this housewife who loses this coin and then goes absolutely nuts when she finds and recovers it. And not only that, she calls her friends over to join in the party as well. Then there's this other illustration in the same chapter in Luke 15 where it talks about this shepherd who's got these 100 sheep. He's got these 99 that are with him, but this one is lost, and he leaves the 99 to go find the one. And I love that. I love this illustration of lost sons and lost daughters doing things because for all kinds of different reasons, because they have this insatiable desire in them that only the Father can fill, because he was the one that he designed you, he created you, and he is as much as you're looking for the way home. Because let's face it, the reason why people are doing what they're doing is because they're lost and they don't know the way, and the light needs to shine in order to bring them back. But the Father is looking for his children, and I love that example. Being a father myself, sometimes I'll sit and I'll think about, there's nothing my 4 beautiful girls could ever do. The door would always be open, but it doesn't mean that they don't have the capacity to walk away, but I would always have the capacity to love them and restore them back to who they are in my eyes. I say that because so often, guys, we get so bogged down and beaten up by how things are going, and there tends to be a theme over these last few weeks of talking about trials and things that people walk through. But if you would spend time today, this week, meditating on the fact that when you were found, all of heaven's attention was on that one moment, that one sinner repented and came back home, that the Father found who it was that he was looking for. That's you, that's me. And like that gets me out of the pity party. That gets me on board with the party of heaven. Because even Jesus said, guys, in John chapter 10, he said, I've come that you might have life and life more abundantly. That does not mean a problem-free life. That means in the midst of the problems, I can experience his love, his forgiveness, and his power. That's the abundant life, where no matter what I'm walking through, truth prevails and truth makes me free. So spend time, guys, considering everything that it is that God has done, that he sent his own son to seek and to save that which was lost. People are stumbling because it's hard to see in the dark, but when that light shines, boy, it is easy to see what is going on. It's easy to recognize what's right. It's easy to see the truth, and it's easy to come back home. So I would just encourage you during this time, don't be discouraged, be encouraged. The Father loves you. He knows what he's doing. You can have an abundant life right now. You can take a time out and meditate on what it is he's done. It trumps everything. Bless you guys. Talk to you next week. Love you. Talk to you soon.